starting in 3,
Goodness.
2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of the UN podcast. We are the number 3 podcast in the world, followed by the Michelle Obama podcast and the JRE Experience.
Ooh, don't say that. we're the third after the Roundtable Game Show and So True podcast.
You know what? I wouldn't actually be offended if we were behind that one podcast where the guy farts in the mic after the chicken macaroni. You guys know the clip I'm talking?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we are so glad you guys chose to tune in today because not only is this a very special day, it's our first day. Mm-hmm. And we're here to discuss all the variety of things that we just don't feel college students are getting a good taste of. Yeah, whether it be the political landscape, the pop culture, or what exactly it's like in a small town, because we're here in Los Angeles. So a lot of people don't really get that perspective of what it's actually like to live in a population of 5 people.
Yeah, Jose.
I think you forgot a few zeros.
No, Jose, talk to us about living in a town where there's 8 people, including your family, a cat, and I think your dog.
See, we better talk about that, but first, what took you so long? We were setting up and you was gone the whole time.
Okay,
where were you?
So I went to go put my clothes in the dryer, and then I stayed a little longer so I can extend my time, because as much as I love this school, one thing about these dryers, they will not dry your jeans. They will not dry your jeans, unfortunately. So I pay 50 cents extra to wash it for another 18 minutes.
Okay.
Because it doesn't extend by 10 minutes. It extends by 9 minutes.
Okay.
So I pay, and it's in the dryer for an hour and 5 minutes. And then I go to Brew and Walk because, long story short, when I went to PSU, the Palestinian Student Union, I got a sticker, and then I only paid for 1. Turns out I grabbed 2. So I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Let me go bring it back. They said that they're going to be on Brew and Walk on Friday. So I go to Brew and Walk and I can't see them. So then I'm like, you know what, let's head back to the podcast room. It was $3.
And you bought 2? Or you grabbed 2?
I grabbed 2 and I only paid for 1.
That's terrible. We're putting you on blast right now on this podcast.
Hey,
how dare you?
Hey, I reached out to PSU first. You cannot say that I'm a bad person.
You reached out to him over a sticker?
Yeah, I did. Do you want me to read the messages right here, right now?
The links that this man will go to is actually insane.
Yeah, you're so kind.
Thank you. I will read the messages right here, right now.
What a good child. If your parents are tuning in, your son, amazing person. Look at this. That's so kind of you.
I'll read the messages right here, right now, though.
Oh, goodness.
So this is what I initially said. I said, hey, I'm not sure who I should text, but I accidentally grabbed 2 stickers. When would be a good time to run the other one back? This was Tuesday at 4:57 p.m. They said, hello, if they're not on Brew and Walk right now, you can bring it to our next event. That won't be until Monday, though. If you'll be at Mess's event today, we can coordinate that too. I tried going. They weren't there. I couldn't see them. So I let them know, hey, I'm just going to run it back to you on Friday when you're on Brew and Walk. And they're like, okay, sure.
Events. Interesting. Okay, so speaking of events, what student activity events have you guys been to? Because personally, we went to a PSU meeting, which I know it doesn't technically fall under that category, but it was very interesting because, of course, I'm sure you guys are aware of the amount of tension on campus in regards to current political events. You know, it's funny. One of my professors I wanted to take, apparently she's a racist.
Ooh.
And she doesn't believe Palestine exists. Mm-hmm. She is so pro-Israel.
Are you talking about the one Tatum's taking right now?
Yeah, Leslie Johns is the name.
Where's she from?
We're putting her on blast.
I'm not sure.
This is uncensored.
I'm not sure, but
UN uncensored, uneducated nobody.
Okay.
Yo, okay.
we can keep one N.
Okay.
One U.
Yeah. But yeah, she's all these. She's I've heard she's also homophobic, but that's a different conversation. But yeah, no. Speaking of the PSU and student activities, I just had to mention that. But what about you guys? What are you guys involved in?
To support my friend Irfan Ahmad. That's how you pronounce your last name, right?
Yes, not Ahmed. To the people out there, stop pronouncing my last name Ahmed. It's Mamdani, Mumdan. All right, continue.
Okay, so I went to go support my friend Irfan by going to. They had a banquet for MSU. Is it MSU or MSA?
MSA.
The Muslim Student Alliance, right?
We're technically an alliance, association.
Association, there we
Alliance
go.
sounds tougher.
But yeah, so we went to their banquet. That was very fun.
Yeah.
Well, there's some more things that we've been to.
Are you mentioning the banquet where we prayed and everything?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the MSA. They had really good food there too.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Arabs.
Yo, shout
Y'all
out
have
RA.
amazing
He
food.
pulled up.
Oh yeah, our RA pulled up.
Yeah, bro. And his
Yeah.
kebab fell all over the floor,
Yeah.
dude. Let him marinate. Bro, what?
What else? Oh, we did the I did the mentorship thing, the mentorship matchup where it's like, oh, you're gonna match up with.
How was that?
It was honestly very fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was like people sitting at a table. You had a mentor, and your mentor was either a third year, fourth year, or graduate or professional in the field you want to go into. So like at my table, it was mostly psychobiology people, and then someone was cog sci. Our mentor was cog sci, and she was going to apply to med school. She had graduated 2024. So she gave us like a lot of advice about like finding internships, how important cold emailing is. If you're interested in research, finding your niche, things like that.
Yeah.
Talked to a few of my friends because they were there. The tacos were really good. However, Jose might have more to say about it, but we only got 2 tacos because they denied our funding. So whoever denied our funding, I'm getting you. I'm getting all of you. You're on my list. You're under red ink. I have lines under your names. You denied our funding, and I only got to eat 2 tacos when I could have eaten 3. And those tacos could have been loaded if we had enough money.
Did they just
look at what
tacos?
you did.
Yeah.
Was it just tacos they provided?
Yeah,
or-
they had tacos, and then they had like jugs of aguas.
Al frescas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Horchata was really good.
That's
Oh,
what
okay.
agua fresca.
Yeah, dude. I'm more of a North Shata kind of guy.
Okay,
but just for context, ladies and gentlemen, for the viewers out there, we're in what's called we're community representatives, and essentially
I'm not though.
Okay.
All right, me and Irfan are.
Yeah. And we live in a specific residence hall. We won't announce that just yet in case our fans come knock. So anyways, we are community representatives for our residence hall. So all the complaints on our floor, we take up, and then we go down and we put them on blast. And then there also are suggestions. Our RA specifically on our floor had the suggestion or an event already planned of a mentor matchup, right? Yeah. So where pre-med students like Willie, they are paired with a mentor, basically. So it's within the name. And there was a meeting to approve of more funding so there could be more food and more tacos. Hard rejected. Apparently they got put on blast and they were just thrown out the room, basically. You guys your whole argument got eradicated. I wasn't there. Jose is a community representative as well, but he was the only one in the meeting along with 1 or 2 other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were told that our RA was shredded under the spotlight, and that just broke my heart when I found out. So now I'm going to every single meeting to make sure that never happens.
Yeah,
again.
because I don't play about Emily. I'm not a community rep, but I love Emily. Emily is our favorite RA.
Shout out Emily, bro.
Yeah.
It was this one specific person that was in a different LLC that was advocating for more funding for his floor rather than this pre-meds, which I thought was ridiculous since a lot of people here are pre-med and we need pre-meds.
Yeah, dude.
And
these are our future doctors.
You want to know what was actually super funny? So I pull up to I go to the event because I checked in.
Yeah.
I checked in when it was only for our floor.
Yeah.
And then they opened it, so it was a free for all. I go, I'm about to sign in. They ask, hey, are you part of Dextra 5? A lot of people said no. I didn't recognize a lot of people in that room. That's what I will say.
Yeah.
So you deny our funding and then you go to our events? I ought to sock you right now, actually. I'll bring everybody up in this room and I will fight them.
This is war. This is a declaration of war.
It is.
I guess we just put we're in Dykstra 5 against the whole world.
Whoops, I said it. Whoops.
Are we gonna blurt that out?
Maybe.
No? Okay.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Yeah, but it's insane stuff. So Jose, we want to come back to you. We want to talk about the tacos. All right. What?
Tacos.
Yeah. You want to tell us more about it? What's it?
What, like the tacos in general or like the funding for?
Tacos in general, Minnesota,
tacos de
man.
lengua.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of meats? There's a variety of meats you can have.
Why do you have this kid talking about tacos?
Wait, what kind of tacos did they serve over there?
They had the taco shells. Unfortunately, it was.
They didn't use
like I
soft
said, it was
tortilla?
2 tacos. Oh yeah, it was the tortillas.
Tortilla.
But they had 3 types of meat. It was chicken, beef,
Boil.
and pork. I think, or
Okay.
whatever it was.
Okay.
But it was
What was it in Spanish?
You got
it's
pollo.
pollo,
Yeah. Carne
asada.
Okay.
What's pork?
Well, I say carnitas, but
Carnitas.
No, it's pastor.
Oh,
there we
al
go.
pastor.
Okay, to our
Yeah.
taco lovers out there, we're definitely gonna have a little taco event in the future, right? When we ever go on tour.
Yeah.
So best look forward to that. But going back a little bit to the PSU, what were you guys doing when October 7th rolled around? What did you guys witness? Because that wasn't too long ago. Let's talk about that.
October 7th.
What were you guys up to?
When it was first, like when it first happened?
Yeah.
What was I doing?
Because right now, as of this date and
I think it
recording,
was fall break for me, so I think I was playing Fortnite. I'm so serious.
yeah, no, it was definitely a twist of events. It was all unexpected, right? And fast forward 2 years, what has the environment looked like for you guys? Like, has it differed from high school campus compared to now? What kind of opinions are you hearing?
I mean, personally, my school was not very like into politics, so it kind of just got thrown out the window. We didn't really talk about it, but there was always those like.
I mean, there was like 6 of you
people.
attending.
Yeah, there's always those those one people always mentioning it throughout the hallways, but I didn't pay too much attention to that.
What I will say, my school, I feel like as each year went on, because we lost a lot of our, not lost, but like, they graduated. We lost a lot of our, the Woker kids. I was
Yeah.
part of the Woker kids, so they lost me too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like when we lost them, that's when we kind of like stopped talking about politics, at least like bringing it up and then talking about it for the sake of discussion. Mainly the only time politics was talked about was like during the election when people were rage baiting and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to deport all the illegals, vote Trump. And then we know what, we know who's president now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's definitely turbulent series of events, whether it's our funding getting cut, right? Or these people roaming, Bruin Walk, and raiding anybody who has an opinion. What I will say is sometimes I'll hear people say that I don't really keep up with politics or I do my own thing. And it reminds me of this quote. I forgot who quoted this, if you guys could help me out in the comments. But the wise man, he once said, a person who says and minds their own business is a person who has no business in anything at all. So to say that it doesn't concern you or to say that it really doesn't matter to you is it reflects your humanity, right? It reflects who you are as a human being. And I think that inquisition to find out and know about what is going on in the very world you step foot in, I think it's important. So to the people out there who simply don't know, and also this isn't just to come at anybody who simply doesn't know, right? Because we all in the point of time had no idea what was going on. But if you're willing to educate yourself and you come in good faith, then if you are eager, then people will also be eager to educate. So with that being said, guys, we're here. We're at UCLA. We're
Be woke.
Yeah. Education is key, guys, especially under this presidency. What do you think, Jose? Like, what's it like in a small town?
Coming from a small town, definitely a lot different. Just the people around me, just a lot more smarter. They have more opinions on things. A lot more things to do here compared to my town. Although my town was not bad. It had decent amount of stuff to do. It's just the people there weren't the best.
Yeah.
Other than that, I enjoyed it, and I miss it sometimes.
Of course. Yeah. So, okay, let's take a little turn here. How important do you guys think it is to tolerate other people's opinions that don't necessarily align with yours? I know we had this discussion off camera, but we're bringing it back on camera because we want the world to gain insight. So what do you guys think? Willie, we'll start with you. What do you think?
With me, like, there are some things that are opinions, and then there are some things that, like, shut up and I hope you die. Like, but like that's me being that's me exaggerating. However, there are some things where like that's not your opinion. You think that, and it's not a good thing to think. You know, like racism isn't an opinion. It's ugly.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Hatred in general and like the hate you have for people like that, that's just ugly. Like, what's her name? Valentina Gomez. I don't care about freedom of speech when it comes to Valentina Gomez, because Valentina Gomez can eat a chode, for lack of better words.
Yeah, who is Valentina Gomez? I've never heard of the name. Enlighten us, Willie. Pop culture time.
Valentina Gomez is a Colombian immigrant who is running for.
Oh,
I think,
Valentina
Texas.
Gomez.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's running for, I think, Texas.
My God.
Texas governor or Senate or something like that. Senator.
House of Representatives. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's on Twitter.
Oh my
doing everything
God.
but spreading peace and love, because she was like, yeah, here's what we're gonna do with Muslims, and then sets the Quran on fire.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do with illegal immigrants, and shoots someone in the back of the head, or like a trash bag in the shape of a person. She shoots them in the back of the head, and then she's like, oh, also, by the way, I'm watching the fireworks, and she's eating popcorn. She's in Israel watching Gaza get bombed.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Like, those aren't opinions.
Yeah.
You need to get hit by a train.
Yeah. I low-key say, you see, I really like that distinction, right? There's a difference between an opinion and outright hatred. I think that's something we need to clarify. We have a lot of people who also act as reactionaries, people that just say something to just spark a reaction out of people. And I think you don't have an opinion. There's nothing substantial there. You have a hollow head, all right?
Yeah.
You're not useful. You're not protected to society. What I will say, there are some people who oppose me, and I talk to people that oppose me all the time, or oppose the views that a majority of us here, especially at UCLA, have. And it's fine. Like I have a certain amount of tolerance for people, but it gets to a point, right? They're that far end of the spectrum, just outright hatred. Valentina Gomez, my special message to you, Valentina, you are a prick. All right. If I ever run against you, if I ever decide to move to Texas, best believe your end days are coming. That's
exactly. We're gonna get Jahan against
That wasn't a death
threat. Jahan is our friend, and he is from Dallas, Texas. When he goes back, he's gonna go in IB, right? He's gonna be in IB, and then he's gonna run against you, and he's gonna win. How about that?
How about that, Valentina?
And not only is he also Latino, because he's Puerto Rican, although not Colombian, that's still Latino. He's also Pakistani, and he's Muslim. How about that? How about you get beat by a Muslim running for House of Representatives?
Oh, yes. We love to hear it. See, Jose, is that El Raza?
No, that's W. Raza.
Who is W. Raza?
Yeah, who's W. Raza?
Jahan.
Okay, yeah.
What's Valentina?
Yeah, what's
She's El
Valentina?
Raza.
Yeah,
El
okay.
Raza. Yeah.
Oh, also, she's an immigrant who also hates immigrants.
Yeah, dude.
Very
That's
funny.
That's quite
very ironic. Yeah. What do you guys think? See, that's very interesting because I got a lot of that back in GT. So I'm from a little town. Well, San Bernardino, not so little, but more specifically. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, the kids on campus, they were all very right-winged, right? Some of them were centrist, don't get me wrong, but a majority of them, especially within the Hispanic population, and a lot of the males, especially, well, the Hispanic women, they were for sure woke. They were for sure left. But a lot of the males, it was this unjustified hate, not even a strong opinion, just hatred, just outright hatred for immigrants and illegals. So I just want to ask you guys get that same kind of voice and distinction on your guys' schools, or what did it sound like?
At my school, I feel like, so I went to a very small school in the lovely town, the 10 out of 10 gorgeous, amazing, must-visit town of Stockton, California.
All right, let's not.
Yeah, it's an amazing town, trust. You should totally come. Go to Nightingale specifically.
God.
But in my school, it was majority Hispanic and Latinos. So a lot of people came from lines of immigrants. They were either first-gen Americans or they were immigrants themselves. I knew I had a few friends who were born in Mexico. They came to the States and they're in school right now. And then they're at some point they're going to either go back to Mexico or they're going to stay here and do something, Mm-hmm. But because a lot of people came from that long line or came from a family of immigrants, they pretty much supported immigrants, they were here for coming and finding a better life for yourself and for your kin, you know? And I feel like because of the people I was pretty much growing up with, because this is a middle and high school, I've seen these people from 6th grade in their little racist, edgy phases to 12th grade, seeing them become, you know, not woke. They weren't like uber woke, but they were good people now, you know?
Yeah.
Seeing them go from that to that, I'm like, yeah, like immigrants make the world go round. I don't care.
It's true. Yeah, shout out. We're all first gen here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm first gen college student.
Yeah. I mean, that's first gen. Yeah, first gen.
Yeah.
We're all first gen college students. We're all here in this new environment. Yeah, guys, it's truly a blessing.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Shout out America.
What about for
me?
For Montevideo?
What was the question again?
So the question was, what was the landscape at your school, at least in the regard of people, or just specifically immigrants, or less immigrants' thoughts on immigrants? We'll say that.
So my school is actually like 1/3 Hispanic and the other made up of predominantly white people. So the Hispanics kind of like stayed with one another, I suppose. But the white people in general weren't terrible. We were honestly not that very racist, and we weren't even really woke or political either at all. So it wasn't too much of an issue for me personally. Okay, just cut out for a bit.
Yeah, just for a second. Sorry, guys. There's a little technical issues.
Yeah, my school was cool.
Yeah.
People.
So like no real comments about immigrants. They were like,
not really.
They're there.
I mean, they'll joke here and there, like the border stuff and shit, but like nothing too serious.
Yeah. See, I think I'm not the type of person to get triggered over a joke, you know what I mean? Really especially in the wrestling room. I mean, that kind of shit just flies around like nothing. But yeah, no, it really builds tough skin for you. Because personally, so I'm Muslim and Afghan, and I come from San Bernardino County, and I was the only Afghan in the entire county. So it was definitely a seclusive experience, and I'm Muslim, and growing up in San Bernardino, it was quite the experience. Are you on your phone?
I wanted to make sure that my laundry didn't finish.
Anyways, so just to wrap up here, so growing up, it was just a lot of the exchanges between me and other people, right? It was exchanges, so jokes were thrown around here and there, but it builds tough skin because growing up, if you're the only one with a specific identity, and I'm sure you guys have an identity that's exclusive to you where you grew up, but growing up as the only Muslim Afghan in my area, I mean, with that kind of stuff, you build tough skin, right? So my point is, I don't know if my tolerance is due to that experience of having people always different from me, because don't get me wrong, I've made so many good best friends regardless of skin color, and that's how it should be, but that's a problem today that we should talk about. But yeah, no, I have a lot of good friends growing up, but yeah, I guess that tolerance is kind of where it comes from for me, where it stems from. So I don't know what you guys have with that, but that's kind of where I'm at with the tolerance. Yeah.
I suppose.
Do you want to go?
I suppose one person can only take so much, like after like there's like jokes and then there's like seriousness. Like when it's repetitive and like targeted at just one person, I feel like it gets
the butt of the group.
Sorry, on butts. I love these mics because you guys couldn't tell that I just farted.
Okay, that's disgusting. But all right, bro.
Okay, I can hear that.
All right, but yeah. Racism is bad. Is what I think about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, with me, I can't be offended on behalf of everybody.
My goodness. The people that get offended on the behalf of someone completely different than them.
Okay, I'm just talking about myself. Okay. So at least at my school, I was a person who like you couldn't, you might be cool with fucking Barack Obama. You could be cool with Martin Luther King the third
I know where this
or
is
the
going.
fourth. But I was a person who you knew you weren't going to say the N-word around me if you weren't black.
Yeah.
You weren't going to make black jokes about me if you weren't black. I was going to combat you and be like, huh, what did you say?
What's his name? He said you're the whitest black person he's ever met. What's his name? What is his name? Andres' roommate.
Oh, Malachi?
Yeah, Kai.
Malachi is black though.
Kai, yeah.
Kai can
Sorry,
say that
you just-
because he's a black man.
Yeah, I know it's
Jose
completely-
couldn't say it because I don't like him.
But I'm
Yeah.
black.
Okay,
I'd
but I
like
don't
to
like
put that
you.
out there. I'm black.
It's hilarious,
I don't like you,
bro.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's interesting. But yeah, it's definitely, it could become, I mean, dude, San Bernardino, bro, especially like everybody was saying it.
Oh, yeah, even in my town, predominantly white people were saying they're letting that word fly around.
Yeah, I personally don't, but
Yeah, I'm very woke. I even like I'll say it sometimes, but I try not to because, you know, it's been a word used to demean black people for so long, whether it's the ER, whether it's all the things. I'm not going to say it, or I'm going to try not to say it. I'm not going to act like I'm the perfect person who doesn't say the N word.
Of course.
But I'm black also, by the way. But I'm just not going to say it, you know, or I'm going to try my best not to say it because of the history behind it.
yeah.
I'm a young, black, elegant gentleman, so I try not to say it either. But I do let it slip here and there.
He called it to me like while we were recording.
No,
guys on camera.
yo, guys, I'm Mexican and black. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, but yeah, I completely understand. I'll get offended on behalf of other people, but there's just some people that, oh my god, they'll assume like before you even say anything. Oh, what are you thinking? Like thought police type people.
Well, yeah, even yesterday night, I was getting water this one time, and I saw. Actually, it was like yesterday at 11 when I came down for ice.
Yeah.
I was walking past.
Wait, what'd you say?
When I came down for ice cubes.
Oh, okay.
I was refilling my water bottle at the fountain right here in the Nev. I walked past these two groups of Indians, and they're just letting the hard R fly around. I'm like, oh my god.
What?
Yeah, they're just talking to each other. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I stay around for a bit, and they used that as if I wasn't around. I was just like, all right. I just walked away. But it was like a jacked Indian. I'm like, god damn.
Oh, is he shirtless?
Yes.
Bro,
That kid.
dude, oh
That
my
guy, you know?
god. Yes,
Fuck
dude.
that guy.
Okay. All right. So I was coming down the elevator, right, guys? So we're in the residence hall, and I was coming up the elevator. Actually, I lied. I was coming back from the interview, and I just see through the second floor door this Indian dude with a speaker, and he's like he
Was he like buff, like Jack?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah, it's the
yes.
same guy, then.
And he was blasting music, and he was walking through the
guys,
hall,
bro.
all tough guy. And I was like, bro, who is this guy, bro? Like, what is it? This is not UCLA conduct. This is not top 20 university conduct. And he was with his friend. At least his friend had a shirt on, bro.
Yeah,
But
he was at the front.
It is not empowering. Put on a shirt.
it is not, bro. Put on a shirt wherever you are. If you happen to be tuning into this, put on a shirt, bro. Come on. Make your parents proud. But anyways, yeah, no, that's something we need to fix.
Oh my god.
What?
Put on a shirt. So I'm. This is after my biology class. I want to say this happened
I remember.
Tuesday.
Wait, what
This happened
happened?
Tuesday.
Guy dancing.
So I
Okay.
So-
okay. All right.
oh shoot. Okay, I'm sitting in the grass. This one guy, he doesn't have his shirt on. He's about to do like some meditation, some yoga stuff.
Yeah.
And then this guy, he's not to say it makes it funnier because of his accent, but he was Jamaican, so he was yelling at him, and then like he was yelling at him. He was like, "Put on a shirt." He was like, "Put on a shirt. There's families here." Mind you, like he's talking about there being families here, and this guy is still cussing at him. He's cussing him out, and there just so happened to be this family passing by. This lady, her kid walking, and then she had another kid in the stroller, and she was taking little scenic photographs of her kid who could walk, and was just walking off. And he was like, "Look, even that family was disgusted. You need to put on a shirt." He walks up the stairs, so like for the people watching this visually, the shirtless guy is right here. Man is like right here yelling at him like he was saying like, "I'll fight you. Put on a shirt." And then he walks up the stairs. So I'm gonna wrap around. He walks up the stairs. He's right here, still yelling at this guy. This guy at this point is just meditating, crisscross applesauce, doing his yoga poses and everything. This man is still yelling from up here. "There are families here. Put on a shirt." It was like I was just sitting down reading my book. It was the
What
funniest
the
thing
hell?
ever. I'm so sorry.
What? Dude, we get that a lot. We get a lot of shirtless people just hitting yoga stances on campus, dude. That reminds me. So orientation, Carpe Noctem. You guys did it, right?
Yeah.
So Carpe Noctem night. Me and my friends roll up. We're getting ready. For those of you that don't know, Carpe Noctem is a scavenger hunt where if you actually get all the clues right, you get a free shirt or a free sweater. Apparently it was undersized and itchy, but whatever. So we're waiting for Carpe Noctem. We're all sitting. It's dark out. And all of a sudden, this shirtless man, bare feet and everything, puts on some Mongolian throat singing on his little JBL speaker. And then he's just moving with the motions to the Mongolian throat singing. And he's just moving with the waves. And we're all just sitting there looking at him. And I was personally fascinated. I was in a trance. And then they kicked them off the stage so they could announce not Carpe Noctem, but... If you enjoyed that episode of The Uneducated Nobodies, episode 1, the intro, then make sure you tune in for next week's episode because it's going to be a banger. What do you have to say, Jose?
It's gonna be fire.
With that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.